Hi everybody. So your relationship is only as healthy as you are. I'm going to repeat that. Your relationships can only be as healthy as you are. You cannot have a relationship that is healthier than you. Impossible. Because who is in that relationship? Your ass. So if your ass is not healthy, right? You're going to be bringing unhealthy shit into the relationship that will make the relationship unhealthy. You cannot have a relationship that is healthier than you are. Now, there are levels of unhealthiness. There's the healthiness that is pathological. There's unhealthiness that is pathological. There is unhealthiness that is problematic. And then there's unhealthiness that is not convenient. The three levels of unhealthiness: pathological unhealthiness, problematic unhealthiness, and inconvenient unhealthiness. And I'm going to give examples of each. Pathologic unhealthiness is somebody who does not know how to control their sexual impulses. That's an example. They just want to fuck whatever. Their dick just goes up and they don't know what to do. That's pathological. Because that unhealthiness is going to bring destruction to the relationship. That person is unhealthy. That person is in no position to be in a relationship with anybody. A woman with low self-esteem, who is looking for somebody to complete and validate them, is in a pathological situation. And whatever relationship they have or they're going to try to hold on to the person. They're going to try to make the person love them. And the person loving them is going to be like pouring water in a bucket with a hole, because there's no love in there. You can never love them enough. Because no matter how much you love them, they don't feel you love them because they don't love themselves. That's pathological. That's not going to work in any relationship. They're going to destroy the relationship. The other one is, what is the other one I say? Pathological, problematic unhealthiness, insecurity. There's insecurity that is pathological now. The one that you go looking into your man's phone, that's the problem. But there's other insecurity, the one that is problematic, where you have jealousy issues. You know, if he comments on a girl's picture, you have a problem. If he looks at a girl because she's pretty, you have a problem, like he's blind or some shit. Like, don't you look at a car and say this car is pretty? Does that have anything to do with the car you're driving? You still like the car you're driving, right? But you look at that Infinity, ooh, that Infinity is cute. But some women will have a conniption because the guy liked somebody else's picture. You are not supposed to look at another woman, period. That's problematic. That's an issue. Because I'm not saying the guy should go. I mean, of course, not within. I'm not saying the guy should, should be a big flirt and talk to every woman he says. But there are women that are pretty, and for the fact your man says, "Wow, you're beautiful," does not mean he's getting ready to sleep with her tomorrow. It just means he's commenting on what is obvious. You see how that is problematic? Very big problem. The guy who is controlling, that is an inconvenient, unhealthy behavior. Yeah? No, that's not inconvenient. That is a problematic, unhealthy behavior. Because who wants to be controlled? Are you fucking kidding? I ain't got to tell you where I'm going, what I'm doing. Are you the police? That's a problem. Because the next thing you know, he don't want you doing shit at all. That's a problem. Big problem. I wonder where this. Okay, so the third thing is the inconvenient, unhealthy. The third one. That's the one that is insidious, It's on the DL, unhealthy. Like the woman who, doesn't know how to give up control, She's just doing all kinds of shit by herself. And she don't know how. She loves this man, but she don't know how to give up control. She don't know how. Now giving up control is kind of like she don't know how to allow the man to love her. She don't know how to let her guard down. She's always like on the move, you know. The man can't love her. She's like a porcupine. That can range. You know, there's the range that is like a pathological level. I'm talking about the ones that, you know, she's been able to kind of, you know, she's not like a pathological control freak. That's pathological. This is like where, you know, she's so terrified of losing control of her own life that she just, you know, does not give of herself completely to the man. She holds a little bit of herself to herself. I'm talking about the man that is worth it. I'm not talking about an asshole. I'm talking about your soulmate or some, you know, that kind of level. Even like a regular relationship, like when a woman is a control freak, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. In a relationship, when a woman has been so used to doing stuff by herself, she makes the man feel redundant. Redundant, because the man don't know what to do for her because she does everything. That's inconvenient. That's not going to work. So there are levels of unhealthiness. So your relationship is not going to be healthier than you. Sometimes when you go into a relationship with a good man, or if you're a good man going into a relationship with a good woman, you see some things that you're doing that are not very healthy and that are not very conducive to the growth of the relationship. You change them. You know, like my ex used to call me every day by 5 p.m. What the fuck you call me every day by 5 p.m. for? For what? But he used to call because he made him feel better. He made me feel like I was about to suffocate. That's listen. You know what I mean? That was just too much. That was just too much. And he never figured out, oh, maybe this woman does not like to be called often like that. Oh no, that never crosses the mind. It's like, this is how it's done. This is how it's done. This guy wanted me to go to church dressed in uniform with him. For what? Go to church dressed the way you dress. I dress the way I dress. What the fuck? Want us to sit together in church. For what? Want us to pray together in church. Do we pray at home? You think I'm gonna come in here pretend with you? Ain't got time for that shit. You don't pray with me at home and you want me to come and hold hands with you in church for what? Shit. Ain't got time. But that in his mind, that was the right way, even though most of it was false, but that was the right way. But he never stepped back to say, how is this healthy or unhealthy? Because a relationship really should allow you to heal your shit. Because the only place you see your shit is within relationship. But a lot of us don't look at our shit. We look at the other person's shit. We look at, you are doing this shit and that shit and that shit, and we don't look at our own shit. A relationship is the perfect place to look at yourself and say, oh, dang, I'm a little too clingy. Shit, I better back up. Unless the person you are with loves that, then please go right ahead. I don't know who does, but go right ahead. But if you are calling somebody 5 times a day, maybe you need to turn that down to 0 and text them instead, unless it's an emergency. Or maybe 1 time. You know, within relationship, you look at yourself and what do you say? What these flies? You look at yourself and look at your behavior and figure out which one is healthy, which one is not, which one you can change, which one you can't. You know, you shouldn't change. You know, that's how you grow. That's how you learn. Okay? But if you don't learn, you don't grow. And if you don't grow, your shit that you brought into the relationship will destroy the relationship. Your shit, not something new, your shit. Your low self-esteem, your insecurity, your jealousy, your broken man picker that made you pick another asshole. And the same shit. Does this make sense? You have to understand your relationship can never be healthier than your wife is. Okay?